Welcome everybody. This is Ken Bolander with the Prosperity Network. I'd like to welcome you to our webinar here today where we're talking about our extreme rhino build that we've been building, the Power Leg system within a wonderful company that we're really excited to partner with, and that's Lurra Life. And we've been talking about the compensation plan and the products here in on these webinars this last week. And as we are closing out the week and people are making their choices on the products, we thought who better to have on the call to talk about these wonderful products than the owner of the company. And so Mr. Dan Putnam has agreed to come on and talk about the products, as well as share his vision of the company. Dan, also, if you wouldn't mind, also sharing, really, I mean, hats off to you, Dan. I have to say, this is one of the most phenomenal compensation plans that I've seen in 30 years, over 30 years of networking. And he's really thought of everything. And the one thing that our leadership team said after our first meeting with Dan is like, wow, this is amazing, a like-minded person. Oftentimes with a network marketing company or a company that added a network marketing division, is the corporate still thinks like corporate America. And the reps are kind of a necessary evil or something that they don't understand. But I tell you guys, Dan is one of us. He has lived network marketing inside and out, from the field, from the side of the field to the corporate side, in every way, in every single way that, in this industry. And there's things that we thought, man, if we could just have a free program where people can get in, man, these binaries could be great, but if we could just build a binary where you wouldn't have to build a second leg to make some money. All these things on our dream list, on our wish list, Dan's already thought of, and they're in this company. Guys, it is absolutely amazing. These products, I mean, the compensation that I was talking about, the strategy is just phenomenal, what he's put together. And then as we learned about the products, that blew us away equally. The testimonials that we're hearing about these products are phenomenal. And anyway, Dan, it's a pleasure to work with you. And without taking any more time on our part, I'd like to let's make sure that you're unmuted. I'll unmute you here, Dan. But let's go ahead and turn the time over to Dan. And Dan, if you could talk to us a little bit about the products, and then a little bit about, I enjoyed our conversation where you talked about, as you studied the different companies and, success leaves clues, and maybe, a little bit of the vision of why you structured things the way that you've structured. But Dan, thank you so much for taking your time, and I'll go ahead and turn the time over to you.
All right, I appreciate it, Ken. Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely, can hear you great.
Fantastic. Yeah, for sure. Really first, just to start really quickly with the vision of the company and then get into the products. The vision of the company is simple. I've been on a mission since 2003, and it's been quite simple to create the best duplication and retention model ever created, because as a 18-year-old learning about network marketing and not really seeing a great success path to follow, it's kind of just been company after company after company, it's kind of copying each other. And when I really started to look at it, I'm a really logical, systematic person. Things really need to make sense for me in order for me to buy into it. And there was a lot of parts of network marketing that made perfect sense. But then there's a lot of other things that I'm like, man, why in the world would a company do this? And why does the company do this and this and this? And even when I would talk to the owners, they couldn't even give me a good reason on why it's set up that way. And why it's set up that way is they don't know what they're doing. They haven't been in the field, and they're just copying other companies that copied other companies that copied other companies. And so I've looked at it this way. Since we're not in an environment where, every high school senior is just waiting to graduate because he's so excited that now he can start his own network marketing business, I think there's a lot of improvement that needs to be done in the model. So that's what my goal has been, is to create literally the best duplication and retention model, and at the same time provide an opportunity that people can work in their spare time. What we're talking about spare time is 5 to 10 hours per week, follow an exact business system, so they don't have to come up with anything on their own. They just follow the directions and the path that we place in front of them, and that over time they can create a full-time income. So think about it for a second. The goal is to create the best duplication and retention model, and in order to do that, we realized we needed to put something together that any person who wanted to could get started in their spare time, and by following an exact business system, create a full-time income, whether it's 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. We don't know exactly how long it's going to take them, but we wanted to give them the opportunity. And really what the kicker is, Ken, is our goal then isn't to get them to a full-time income so now they can spend full-time working their Lurra Life business. The reason we want to get people to a full-time income in their spare time is so that they can actually enjoy life on a full-time basis and focus on whatever it is that they're really passionate about. For some people, that may be the business. It may be going out there and locking arms and working with people and helping them with the opportunity that now all of a sudden there's no limit, unlimited potential, an exact system to follow, all of those things. But other people, they want to get to a full-time income so that they can spend more time with their spouse, more time with their kids or grandkids, more time in their church groups, more time, working in their local communities or whatever it is. And so that's why we put this together. And in doing so, we wanted products that we didn't feel were what I would say kind of niche products or kind of just products that might be popular right now, but then as soon as something else comes out, they're going to go away and really not be a whole lot of value. So in order to do that, you need to understand exactly how the human body works and what the human body needs to be able to maintain or improve health. And that's the basis of our company. If you were to look at any one of our products, you're going to see that they're all very similar in what they're designed to do, and they're just really designed to allow your body to have the best chance at performing at optimal levels. So the number one most important nutrient in health in general is oxygen, and yet you never really hear stories about different products that you can take to increase the oxygen to the body, to increase the body's efficiency of carrying oxygen throughout the body and utilizing the oxygen that you're getting in the air. So you really never, other than the story we've been telling for the last couple of years, hear about oxygen supplementation, or I should say, rarely do you hear about oxygen supplementation, which is kind of strange because it is without question the most important nutrient to sustain all life. Doesn't matter if it's plants, doesn't matter if it's animals, humans, oxygen is vital for them all. Right behind oxygen would be minerals. 100% of diseases can be traced back to mineral deficiencies. Minerals are the building blocks of the body. The body has to have minerals in order to assimilate vitamins or any type of nutrition. So again, you have oxygen, and then you have minerals. Everything else is kind of coming in third, fourth, fifth, sixth, in level of importance. So we're putting our products together to really provide the body what it needs in order to perform at optimal levels. So the three products I'll talk about on this call are kind of what I'd say is our three flagship products. First, I'll mention Dr. Miller's Detox Tea. This is a product that I have almost 10 years of experience with now, actually over 10 years, actually going on 11 years of experience with this product. Have seen it impact literally hundreds of thousands of people. Helped put things together that has done hundreds of millions of dollars in sales on this product, and still a couple companies, their flagship product in their company to this day is a copy of this product, and we're the only ones with the original product that, again, has created millionaire after millionaire, and then companies doing hundreds and hundreds of millions. Exciting thing about this product is there are no stimulants. It's safe for anybody to take. It is a daily detox, so it's a product that you can drink every single day, 365 days a year. It's designed to cleanse the liver, the kidneys, the lungs, and also help alkalize the system, cleanse the colon. So if you look at the filtration system in the body. This is where it stores all of the toxins. So if the body doesn't recognize something, it's probably going to be stored in your liver, stored in your fat, stored in your kidneys, or stored in your colon. These are kind of the areas that toxins are stored and really where all disease starts. So it's vital for proper health to detox and get these toxins out of your liver, out of your fat cells, out of your colon, out of your kidneys and other filtration systems in the body. So again, people are very used to, it's kind of common practice almost everywhere in the world that somebody will get up and they'll wash the outside of their body on a daily basis or very close to a daily basis, but they really never think about all the toxins from the air that they're breathing, from the foods that they're eating, all the chemicals and all these things that we're being bombarded with on the inside of our body, and how important that is to do something that's cleansing it. And we feel this should be a daily practice, just like it is washing the outside of your body, because if you're doing it every 3 months, every 6 months, or a yearly cleanse or something, you have all of that time in between that there can be some irreparable damage that's done in that process. So it just makes sense to us and to so many people that this is something you should do on a daily basis, and it's very easy to do. For every 2 tea bags, depending on how strong you want it, that depends on how much water you put it in. It's designed for most people to drink on a daily basis that they put it in a gallon. If you drink a lot more water than that, lighter tea, then you can put it in 2 gallons or 3 gallons. It's up to you. Or if you want it to be stronger and drink less of it throughout the week, then you can put it in a half gallon or a quart. Again, a gallon is what it is. 2 cups per day. That would be a week supply, typically, and that's how it comes. It basically comes with what is the average for a 4-week supply for one person. Now, more on a maintenance, you could put that same amount into 2 gallons, and you could have 2 people drink it if you wanted, really depending on if you're on a maintenance or if you're more on a cleanse. Some people start with a stronger, and then the more they take it, they go with it a little bit weaker just to kind of maintain. And so that's kind of the first product. I start with that product because detoxing is one of the most important things you should do, and really the first thing you should do when you're doing something for health. Now, the next product I'll talk about is our O2 drops. It's the first product that we launched with. This is the only pH-balanced liquid oxygen product on the market. It has over 24 studies on the market itself. So this isn't like some ingredients in a product that has a study on it. This exact product has 24 studies on it. People like the U.S. Olympic swim team use the product over 20 years. Many other athletes and elite athletes, they've used it for all kinds of things to do studies on. Very exciting product. The most important aspect of it is that it is pH balanced. That allows you to use it topically. Why you'd use it topically would be for anti-aging. Again, the body only ages to the extent that your body can repair and regenerate cells. So as your body becomes less efficient at repairing and regenerating cells, you start to age. The more efficient your body is at repairing and regenerating cells, that slows down the aging process. So without question, it could be the top anti-aging product on the market. Many men and women use this as a part of their skin care, whether it's lotion or anything that they do. Again, the skin is the largest organ in the body, and so if you're using any type of lotion or skin care, they'll use the O2 first, rub on, and then put the skin care on after, whether it's facial, whether it's body lotion or moisturizer or whatever you use. That's a very popular way that people use O2 drops. As eye drops, very popular way. If people have trouble with their eyes drying out, or just your eyes start to kind of burn or itch and things like that, that's typically drying out. But just in order to provide proper eye health, using it as eye drops is a great idea. You can use it as ear drops to keep down any infections. You can use it as a nasal spray for allergies. You can take it sublingual under the tongue, on 10 to 15 drops. My personal recommendation is that if every single person would use it with any skincare that they do, would use it at least once a day as eye drops and 15 drops under their tongue at night, do that for 1 week, I think you'll have almost 100% success rate of people noticing something. That something may be different in every single person because all we're doing is providing oxygen to the body. So when you take it at night, sublingual under the tongue, that oxygen is going through the capillaries under your tongue directly into your bloodstream, and it's going to circulate throughout your entire body. Wherever the oxygen is needed, it's going to be used. So that could be for one person to get rid of some inflammation and stuff like that in the joints. And now all of a sudden you hear a testimonial that, man, I used to have my knees ached and all this stuff, and that's gone away. How in the world could this product do that? Somebody else, it could be, man, I've had migraines for years and years and years, and now all of a sudden I'm not having migraines. Somebody else could be, normally I wake up 3 or 4 times per night. Now I'm not waking up anymore. Somebody else, it could be, I haven't had to drink as much coffee or, energy drinks or anything like that. I feel like I have more energy. It literally can go all over the board, the testimonials you're going to hear. The reason why, oxygen, basically every function that the body does relies a little bit on oxygen. That's why if you were to hold your breath right now, in 20, 30 seconds, you're going to start to feel quite uncomfortable. And the only thing that's happened is you stop providing, for a very short period of time, you stop providing oxygen to the body. So, again, I think everybody understands it, but there's really no other companies going out there and explaining it. Another great thing about this product, there's no age groups. There's so many uses for a brand new newborn. So you have a newborn, and as they, grow up and become a toddler and then move all along, they're going to have cuts and scrapes and burns and infections and teething pains and diaper rash, and the list goes on and on and on. And this one product, O2 drops, can be used for every single one of those. It can be used for diaper rash. It can be used for ear infections, nasal infections, teething pains, just the immune system, for cuts, scrapes, burns, rashes, so many different things, because all it's doing is providing more oxygen directly to the body. Whether you take that sublingually under the tongue and it goes directly into the bloodstream and circulates throughout the entire body, whether you rub that on a specific area on your skin and it gets absorbed through, again, the skin, the largest organ of the body, and is used, again, still going into the bloodstream, whether you use it as a nasal spray, ear drop, eye drop, more uses than anything. It works the same for pets as it does for humans. You can use it to disinfect countertops, to kill bacteria and stuff in water, clean fruits and vegetables. Also works fantastic. The same types of bacteria and fungus and different things that grow on your plants and kill your garden. This can also help your plant life. So again, so many uses for such a simple product. It's something that I think every single person should have at their home. And, we also have the small bottles that fit easily right in your purse for all women out there, and right in your pocket for all men out there. So awesome product. Again, nobody will be able to argue with any Lurra Life distributor that they have any nutrient in their product that's more important than ours, because it just does not exist. Oxygen, number one nutrient, most needed nutrient that there is. The reason we feel it's going to become so popular is it's just a fact that the oxygen in the air has decreased between 25 and 50%, depending on the part of the world that you're in. The pollution has increased, 100, 1,000%. So what that means is you're getting less oxygen than ever before. You're getting more pollution, which means you need more oxygen. But there's not a great way to get more oxygen without the pollution. You can go to an oxygen bar or something, and that works well while you're breathing it in. But as soon as you quit breathing that in, it doesn't have any way to stabilize that and use it for the next 3, 4, 5 hours in your body. Because this is a stabilized oxygen, it can actually increase the blood oxygen levels for hours every single time that you take it, and increase the levels of oxygen in your blood, which again circulates throughout your entire body. So incredible product. Then we go to Thrive. This is one, again, no stimulants or anything. We do that specifically so that all age groups can use this. This can go for toddlers, for anything. Now, Thrive is meant to not replace O2 or Dr. Miller's Detox Tea. They're really all meant to be taken together. But it's everybody's choice on what products they want, what they think is the most marketable, what they're the most excited about. That's up to them. But Thrive is again, everything designed around these things. So you're starting with oxygen and minerals. So instead of having a synthetic vitamin blend like most companies, most nutrition companies, including almost 100% of network marketing companies, use synthetic isolated vitamins, which the body has no use for. Those are just more things that are getting stuck in your liver, stuck in your fat cells, stuck in your kidneys, or just being eliminated as waste, because that's pretty much what they are. But yet we have kind of been programmed to go look at a label, and it's like, oh, this has vitamin C and vitamin D and vitamin E and all of these, and 100%, 100%, 100%. Perfect, I'm getting all the basic vitamins that I need. There couldn't be further from the truth. You're getting a bunch of isolates that are created in a lab, actually created from coal tar, a petroleum product, and no science behind them that's showing that there's any real benefit to these dead vitamins. So what we've done is we take a whole food source, 5 different types of greens, grown in the Uinta Basin in Delta, Utah, which is an ancient seabed, also an ancient volcano, some of the most mineral-rich soil on the planet. It's very unique. I know Ken's here and several people on this call are in Utah, but we don't really understand how unique this area is. There's only 2 MMCs on the planet. There's the Dead Sea, there's the Great Salt Lake. Both of them extremely mineral-rich. The Dead Sea has maybe done a little bit job of marketing its minerals, but the Great Salt Lake is actually much more mineral-dense than even the Dead Sea. So now when we look at this whole area of Utah is an ancient seabed, which they called Lake Bonneville, and then Delta itself is an ancient volcano, which again, volcanoes are full of fulvic minerals, zeolites, all kinds of amazing mineral compounds that don't exist in normal soil. So if it doesn't exist in the soil, it's not going to be in the plants or the vegetables or the food that's grown in that soil. So what happens here is there's 5 different types of greens. They're grown in the most mineral-rich soil on the planet, 100% organic. They harvest the greens. They built the manufacturing plant right on the land so that they can harvest it, they can juice it. They're able to turn it from juice to powder with never going more than 106 degrees, so it doesn't kill any of the nutrition. It also doesn't kill the bacteria. So that it goes through a very rigorous testing process, because a lot of the reason that companies heat all of their stuff up is to kill all of the, the bad bugs, but it kills all the good ones and all the nutrition along with it. So you're getting all of this dead food. Even when you're buying vegetables, most of the time you're getting dead food. It doesn't have the nutrients and the nutrition in it that it actually should. And so this is a completely different ball game here. Every single sip of Thrive, you're flooding your body with minerals, which again, 100%, not 99%, 100% of diseases can be traced back to mineral deficiencies. So it's vital that you're flooding your body every single day with these minerals. No better source to do that than Thrive. In addition to that, these greens are extremely high in chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is really the blood of plants, which is almost identical to the human blood cell. Now, what's the purpose of blood? The purpose of blood is to transport oxygen throughout all the cells in your body. So if your blood is healthy and all separated and stuff like that, then it does a great job of doing it. If your blood isn't, it does a very poor job. But chlorophyll is a popular product because of how well it alkalizes the body, which alkalizing the body and oxygenating the body are almost the exact same term. So when people really start to study and see breathing techniques and different things like that, where they've proven that certain breathing techniques can actually help alkalize the body, it's because of the oxygen and the different ways to bring oxygen into the body and how that's working. So that's the base of the Thrive product. It's these amazing greens, extremely high in minerals, extremely high in oxygen, and again, every single sip just flooding your body with oxygen, flooding your body with minerals. And then we've created two more blends because there's two major issues that are tied directly together that's creating havoc on the health all over the world. One of them is insulin resistance. Because of the average diet, I was going to say North American diet, but now it's pretty much worldwide diet, your body's constantly flooded with insulin. Everything is spiking your insulin to control the blood sugar. The more that happens, your body becomes resistant. It becomes insulin resistance, meaning you have a ton of insulin pumping throughout your body, but it's not controlling your blood sugar. Good examples of this are people who take a lot of caffeine, and now all of a sudden they could drink a cup of coffee or a Coke or something right before bed, and it doesn't affect them. They can drink it and instantly go to sleep. Their bodies almost become immune or resistant to caffeine. Alcohol is another one. Basically anything that you continually bring into your body's going to adapt, and all of a sudden it's not going to have the same effect that it once did. Almost every stimulant is that way. That's why you should always kind of cycle off stimulants. Maybe only take them 4 or 5 days a week, take 2 days no stimulants, and that's why we don't include any stimulants in any product that we think people should take every single day. We do have some other products I'm not going to go over on this call that do have stimulants, but we don't recommend that you use those products every day because then you'll become and build a resistance to those stimulants. But what we've created is a blend to help the body become insulin sensitive and actually control the blood sugar. The reason it's so important to control the blood sugar, if you understand the problem, which I really never did, I always heard of high blood sugar, but I never really understood what that meant or what it did. But when you really start to think about it, then if you're to look at sugar under a microscope, it's going to look like tiny shards of glass. And then you imagine all of your blood is flowing through your blood vessels, your arteries, your veins, and again, transporting oxygen throughout the body. So what happens when there's high blood sugar, it's literally slicing up your blood vessels and your veins and your arteries from the inside, just, causing all this damage. When it's damaged, you get scar tissue, you get hardening of the arteries. You also get rough surfaces, which allows plaque and stuff to stick to and build up and block the arteries. If you have a blockage going to the brain, now you have stroke. If you have blockage going to the heart, now you have heart attack. So again, all of these are tied together. If you look at heart disease, that's the #1 killer, males and females, worldwide. And the #1 cause is insulin resistance. They're even now calling Alzheimer's and dementia type 3 diabetes. It's all related, and it's all related to this insulin resistance problem. So again, in our blend, we have something to help work with that. And then we have a cardiovascular blend, nitric oxide boosting blend, and nitric oxide itself was proven and actually won the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 1998, that they proved that nitric oxide not only can help prevent heart disease, but can actually reverse heart disease. Now, they talked about 2 amazing amino acids, L-arginine and L-citrulline, but it wasn't the L-arginine and L-citrulline. It was that what they did in the body is they created nitric oxide. So what we've done is we've taken the best of that 1998 technology, and then we've added the new technology, some other amazing nitric oxide boosters like peat extract, like agmatine sulfate, resveratrol, and a few other ingredients, and created this absolutely amazing cardiovascular nitric oxide blend. So again, you look at the #1 killer and the #1 cause, and again, 100% of diseases can be traced back to mineral deficiencies. And then you think of, well, what if I could take care of all of these major problems, in fact, the biggest problems in people's health, with just one product that anybody could take from a toddler on up. So again, that's why we're so excited about Thrive. So that's our main products that we have, and in the business model, we've built packages around these products ranging from around $79 to $89. So you're getting great value. All three of the products are $89 combined. And then we've created some bonuses around the people who purchase these products. So just for instance, you can go buy 2, get 1 free on the Dr. Miller's Detox Tea. That'll give you a 3-month supply. But what I say it gives you enough for you to take, and then it gives you 8 weeks of samples that you can either sell or give out to help build your business. So that's if somebody wants to build their business focusing on detoxing, which again, this product is already a proven $100 million network marketing product. For $79.90, you can go out there and get a 3-month supply. So now you're in business. Not only do you have product for you to take, you have product to go out there and sell. Even if you sold those extra 8 at $10 a piece, now all of a sudden you got your $80 back. If you sold it what most people are selling it for, $20 a piece, now you just brought in $160 for the $79. So that's a great package. If the concept of the O2 drops being able to be used almost every way you can imagine, that's another great one. So 3 bottles of O2 for $79.90. It also qualifies you for 4 who get 4 bonus, and I'll explain here in just a second. Then we have 2-month supplies of the Thrive, another that's enough for a husband and wife to take every day, or you can have 30 for you to take and then 30 sticks to give out and sample and build your business. Or we have 1 of each product, that's also $89.95. So those main packages right there are really what we focus on. We also have as little of a sample pack, which is a 3-day to 7-day supply of any of the products, which also includes TaxBot. That's $14.95. Individual products range from $39.95 to $49.95, depending on the product. The T and the O2 are $39.95. The Thrive is $49.95. So there's a lot of different ways to activate, lock in your position. The reason that's so important to do tonight is, as Ken was saying, there's already a lot of people that have activated their position. That creates volume. If you have volume that's created underneath you, then you need to activate your position or the volume will flush and you'll miss out on it. We recommend doing that with a $79 or $89 package, but you can lock in the volume even for a $14.95 package. Now the reason it's so powerful to go with the $79 is we've developed a very simple system that really teaches people the entire compensation plan with only understanding 1 bonus. And how that works is, first, step number 1, you purchase the pack. Step number 2 is we have a 3.5-minute video that goes through all 3 products that I mentioned, the bonus, everything in 3.5 minutes. Excuse me. And during that time, it basically explains this whole system. So I want to share that video or a conference call or something like that with as many people as it takes to find 4 people who also purchase that pack. So again, that's step number 2. Step number 1, I purchase the pack. Step number 2, I share the information with as many people as it takes to find 4 others. Step number 3, I hope those 4 do the same thing. That's just a small group of 20 people. That's going to put you at about a $600 per month residual income with only 20 people in your organization. Most of our competitors in the nutrition field, you're not even covering your auto ship on a residual basis with only 20 people. Here we're showing people, again, with like that 79 pack of tea, you go sell the 8 of them that you're not using for, again, let's just say $10 per week supply. Now all of a sudden you got your $80 back, so you're already at a break even. Now you teach 4 people how to do that same thing. They teach 4, a total group of 20, and you're making $600 per month profit. You can do that up to 2 times every single month. You don't have to get new people. It can be the same group. But if I go and find just 4 more people, a total of 8, they find 4. Now I have a total group of 40 people, and I'm making $1,200 per month. That's significant. What I've seen in the industry is everybody talks about the duplication and all this stuff, but then you get into the hundreds, the thousands, tens of thousands of people. And even though it's just two who got two, who got two, who got two, most people can't imagine, doesn't matter what the time frame is, they can't imagine building a group of 1,000 or 10,000 or 50,000 people. But almost every single person that I talk to can imagine building a group over time of 20 people with a very basic structure. And that's why we put this together, is just to give every single person a realistic goal to get out there and make $600 to $1,200. Now, once I teach them how to do the same thing, and they teach their team how to do the same thing, every other part of our compensation plan is taken care of, because to max out our entire plan only takes a single product purchase. So again, that's $39.95 or more, and finding two other people with any product purchase. That's $14.95 or more. That's the only two things that you have to do to max out our compensation plan. Everything else is based on volume. So if I look at this and I come in for $79 or $89, obviously that's more than $39, so I have that taken care of to be maxed out in the plan. I find 4 other people to do that. I only need to find 2 people with a $14.95 order. I found 4 with a $79 order. Obviously I've taken care of that. And as I teach that, then, you know, they do the same thing and they do the same thing. Every single person maxes out the compensation plan, and it doesn't get any easier than that. And without getting into all of the rest of the compensation and how you can make unlimited income with even just one leg, you know, all of those types of things, they're not that important. Understanding this basic 4 who get 4 bonus, how it works, and using a simple 3.5-minute video to teach it, that's where the simplicity comes in. And then when people say, well, okay, I watched the video, but do you have any more information on the product? Yeah, we have a video on each one of the products, so I can send them then a video on each of the products. And then they say, okay, cool, it doesn't talk a whole lot about the compensation plan. Well, guess what? We have a video on the compensation plan too. So you should be able to build your entire business with just sharing either one or a combo of these 5 videos, and there's nothing left to do. If people still have questions, then we even have a call center, so we take it one step further. The call center will answer all of the questions and close the sale for you. So as a Lurra Life distributor, all you do is you get started with the $79 pack rating. And you don't have to. I'm just talking about the best way to do it. You share a 3-minute video with as many people as you possibly can. There's thousands of different ways you can do that. You can put out flyers. You can run ads. You can send out emails. You can send out texts. You can market on social media. You can do all of the above. You can talk to people, you know, that you run into just on your daily activities. There's hundreds and hundreds. You can send out postcards that we already have made up. Hundreds of different things you can do to get people to watch this 3-minute video. Once they watch the video, if they ask questions on the product or the comp plan, you share that video. That should be enough for most people to get started. If they still have questions, you send them a call center. So we have that business model. And again, the reason we say that you can build this entire business in your spare time is because all we're doing as business builders is sharing a 3.5-minute video, and then if they ask questions, share another video, and then if they have questions, send them to the call center. We should never be in a situation that we're doing calls explaining the products like I'm doing. The reason I'm explaining the products here is this is a group call. So we're able to explain the products to dozens or hundreds of people all at the same time. I would never sit here and spend this much time explaining the products to a single person, because now all of a sudden now you're getting into a full-time business. You know, if you need to prospect enough people that it takes to build a legitimate business, that's not going to be done explaining all of this to each individual person. So we have all the tools to do that for you. We have the call center to answer the questions that aren't answered in the videos. And then to take it one step further, 100% money back guarantee on everything, so there's no risk at all. And then kind of what I'd say, the icing on the cake, we literally just got back on Monday from our last packing event. So every single product that is sold, we actually donate a meal. We bring the food in, so we bring the food in ourselves. We pack it as distributors and volunteers, and then we decide where it goes. So every single product that's sold, sample that's given out, customer, distributor, or even prospect, we donate a meal help feed a hungry child. So we just did 50,000 meals last week in November. We're doing a packing event in Pittsburgh where we're going to pack 1 million meals in one day. 1 million meals in one day. So again, a lot of cool, exciting things, so much more that we have going on. So Ken, I probably took more time than you had planned. I'll go ahead and turn it back to you, but I wanted to make sure that everybody understands, you know, our vision of the company, the products that we have, the compensation structure, and again, the reason that it's important to get locked in tonight is because you already have so many people that have. If you want to lock that volume in, we can show you how to get paid on every penny of it. Then you need to place an order before midnight tonight.
Well, Dan, excuse me, Dan, thank you so much. That was actually that was right on point. That was perfect. That's exactly what we were looking for, and you even exceeded our expectations, so thank you so much. Would you mind if we open it up for a couple of questions that people might have?
Sorry, I think I muted my phone. Sorry about that. Yeah, go ahead and open it up.
Okay, if you would like to ask a question, you can hit *6 to unmute yourself, and we'll see if Dan has a question or if you have a question that Dan can't answer. I doubt it. So
I have a question.
Great, Joey, go ahead.
Hi, Dan. My name's Joey, and my question is, I understand in Thrive that there is wheatgrass. Now, is Thrive a drink or is it a supplement?
Thrive is a drink.
It's a drink. So if someone was to have a wheat allergy, they wouldn't be able to take that, correct?
I would probably say correct.
Okay.
I mean, they can try and take a little bit and see how they react, but I probably would not if I have a wheat. It depends on the type of wheat and what they're allergic to in the wheat. You know what I mean? Wheatgrass and stuff is slightly different. There is no gluten and no GMOs in the product, so it really depends on the part of the wheat that they're allergic to. But I probably would not choose that product if I was allergic to wheatgrass.
It's not like a typical allergy. It's an esophageal thing. So I just wanted to check before I asked them to try it.
Yeah, so O2 would probably be a good fit for them. The Detox Tea probably a great fit for them.
Okay.
But they may want to, you know, talk it over with their doctor, and they can get more specifics if they want on either the amount or the type or, you know, all those different types of things.
So the Detox Tea would be all right. It doesn't have any milk or wheat in it, milk products or wheat.
That's correct.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. Hello?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Yehuda. Now, I have an auto ship with Lurra Life already for the $49.95 Thrive. And I know you're saying you need to lock in your position before midnight tonight. How does that transfer over to what you guys are doing? Because I was told, you know, to get on the list, on the form, but I had to get a new username and a new email to sign up for this Rhino bill. So how does that fit with me? Because I'm already active in Lurra Life and I got an auto ship going already. So what do I do?
Yeah, if you're already active, you would actually need to, the position would have to be under a completely different Social Security number and stuff like that. Somebody can't have two positions cross-line, one position over here and one position over there. So you'd have to either deactivate that position and sit out and then reactivate over here if it's a team that you have more advantages or want to work with, or it would have to be a different family member or something like that join. It can't be the same person having two spots cross-line in the company. So that's just something you would need to work out with whoever referred you to the call and see if there's something that makes sense for you business-wise. So because obviously Ken and Tyson and the whole team are putting together some things that aren't going to be available to general company. They're creating the strongest leg and the strongest, systems and stuff like that. So you just have to figure out for yourself what's the best business decision for you. But one person can't just choose a different username and email because Social Security and stuff like that can only be one. It can't be cross-line. It would have to be a different person in order to do that. So that could be a family member or something like that. So the best thing to do would be to talk to whoever invited you on here, as opposed to the question on this call.
Okay, so what you just said, then I think it'd be best for me to deactivate the Lurra Life that I got now and go with the Rhino bill.
Yeah, if you think that's the best decision for your business, then I wouldn't say that's up to you, but that is the option, that you would need to deactivate that position in order to sign with a different group, and it has to be inactive for, I believe, 60 days. So just, again, talk to the person who introduced you, and I'm sure you guys can figure out what's the best for you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, great. We'll put it out there for one last question. So whoever is the next person to speak gets to ask the last question. Did we cover it? Tyson, how about you? You have a question you think the team would appreciate an answer for?
I got lots of questions. I can't really think of anything right now. I noticed some things that we're working on the back office of the Lurra Life back office. Some of the people that I've had sign up have noticed some glitches back there. Dan, are you going to take care of those here soon? I think you are, right?
Yeah, for sure. And today was really busy in meetings because I had one literally from 11 with just one group all the way till I'm just now heading home from that. Tomorrow, I definitely have some time to talk to you. Tyson, I saw your friend request, but I tried to accept it. It won't let me because you have too many friends. So that Ken or somebody was saying, hey, make sure and accept Tyson's request. And I'm like, well, I tried to, but I can't. He needs to make some room on his end. So if you do that, or just send me messages outside of that, Tyson, and we can set up a time to do some calls with the programmers and figure out what we need to do to log your API in from your own lead capture page to where that locks in a spot. 100% we can do that. So we've done that for several systems, and there's not a problem. So I apologize we were getting ready for the packing event and stuff right when you guys were, getting everything and putting all your people in. So I was traveling, just got back. My controller's got me sick, so now I have a cold that I almost never have, and so now we're just getting back. But tomorrow I have a couple meetings in the morning, but I'll be able to spend some time with you guys and get everything worked out and anything that you need API-wise for your systems that you're creating for the teams, we can do all of that.
Yeah, there was just some little things, Dan. I mean, they're not big issues, but if you guys are logged into your back office in the Lurra Life and you guys are going down to the bottom left, bottom right, setting your stuff up, you guys will notice when you click post a spot and put someone in, and you go to do the confirm, it says that it's putting the person on the opposite side that it is, but I want to let everyone know it's not actually doing that. So if you want to go ahead and submit it and then look at the bottom of the line, that everything's perfect. It's just a small little glitch in the text and the code. It's nothing to stop, building your business over. Like Dan just said, he's going to take care of that for us. So it's just a small little text.
That wording change, if it hasn't been fixed, that will be fixed today. So they already said they're fixing that.
See, that's what I love about you, Dan. We ask you to do something, and you're just like right on it. I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
Great. Well, thank you, Dan, so much for taking your time. That was that exceeded my expectations. Although I should have expected. Our first meeting with you, Dan, was, with the lunch, was a 4-hour meeting. It was phenomenal. Our team was like, wow, a like-minded person. We're just so happy to be here, and thank you so much for taking your time tonight.
Yeah, one thing I want to point out, just for those that may or may not be aware, because we do cut off the pay period on Tuesday nights, we do our corporate call at 9 p.m. Eastern. So in just about an hour, we have the corporate call. I'm more than happy to give everybody that number if they don't have it, just in case you want to listen in and hear another overview. Again, you don't need to because you already heard an overview. But we do these corporate calls every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And I can give that number if you want it, or if you already have it, that's great. I just wanted to remind everybody.
Yeah, I'll write it down, and so if you would like to give it, that'd be great.
Okay, it's 425-440-5010. So once again, the area code is 425-440-5010, and then the PIN is 913-877-pound. Once again, 913-877-pound. That's always posted on the Lurra Life Facebook, so if you're not following us on Facebook, please do so. Facebook.com/Lurra Life. That'll take you to our Facebook page. We did just switch over, so that's a brand new page. And that'll have the number if you didn't get a chance to write it down. If you do want to listen to recordings of the past calls, or buy hats or shirts or business cards or postcards or brochures or anything like that, Lurra Life Central also has all of our videos, recorded calls, all of that. So LurraLifeCentral.com is just kind of the hub to listen to recorded conference calls, or to buy hats or shirts or business cards or banners, or all of those different types of things, postcards, leads. But without that, what I would recommend is you guys just pay attention to what Ken's putting together. He's a pro. What Tyson's putting together, you're on an amazing team, and I want to thank you guys for the time and congratulate you for hearing about everything at the very beginning. They're just barely locking in the team position, so it's an exciting time.
Hey, Dan, I just want to say thanks, and I want to let you know that I'm sending over those pages that I've just finished for approval. So if you can approve those pages, I want to share these, not with just our team, but if you want to use them for the company too, that's fine, if you guys want to use that.
Hey Dan,
awesome,
I do have one last question, Dan, and I'll show the screen here. And that is your sample program. That is phenomenal system that I could see. Can you take a minute and show people, tell them about that and how they can buy the credits and have this sample system?
Yeah, so we have two options. One, you can buy credits for $10 a credit, and then we have a page, o2freedom.com, that you can market towards, and then they can choose the product that they would like a sample of. That'll put them in your back office with the information that they put out, so their name, their address, all that information, and then you accept them, because if they put in false stuff, we're not just going to send out a $10 sample to just, somebody who put 123 Any Street USA. So they'll go into your back office, and then you can either accept or decline. Once you accept, we send that sample out for you with brochures and everything like that. They actually get put into your team, so it's pre-enrolling them. We're making the assumptive close that once they get the sample, they're going to love it and want to join. And if they don't, it doesn't matter, because it's a free position anyways. So that is a great way to build the business. $10, $7 of that is fully commissionable. So basically everything but the shipping and handling. That's one of the sample systems. The other sample system, we have to where somebody is basically purchasing a business in a box. For $14.95, they purchase the sample of their choice. We also include TaxBot, because now they're a business owner. That enables them up to 620 plus tax benefits for being an entrepreneur, for being a business owner that they don't have as being an employee. And so we want to educate them on all the tax benefits of having a business, but also for $14.95, they're qualified for most of the compensation plan. They can make a significant six-figure residual income at $14.95. Obviously, they wouldn't want to miss out on 5 generations of matching bonus when all they have to do is, purchase a product for $39. So most people would automatically upgrade, but it's just a great starting point where if I have somebody that's just really not sure, I say, hey, at least lock yourself in for $14.95. Try the products out. Try the systems out. Look through TaxBot and see how we can save you thousands of dollars per year by having a home-based business. And, go from there. It's a great way to either start or it's a great drop-down if they aren't convinced and aren't ready to start for $89 or $79, then I can say, well, I would at least, the only way you can really, a lot of times people have all these questions, but the only way you can really answer those questions is for them to give the product a try. So I can sit here and tell you for hours about Thrive or about this or about that, but really the only thing that matters is how does it work in your body? What does it do for you? Doesn't matter what it did for other people or something like that. So why don't you just give it a try for $14.95, 100% money back guarantee, get TaxBot, get all of our training, get everything we talked about, and you have almost nothing to risk. So it's also a great tool that way. So we have 2 options. One where you pay for the samples, $10. One where they pay for the samples, $14.95. The reason it's $14.95 instead of $10 is because we're including TaxBot, which we think all business owners or home-based business owners should have something so that they can take, they can learn, educate themselves, and take advantage of all the tax benefits of having a home-based business. So the great sample system, either way, if people are paying for their own samples or if you're giving away samples, both of them are very proven and work.
Great. Thank you, Dan, for sharing that. I appreciate that. Of course, if they came in at the lower level, that wouldn't qualify them for the car bonus. That's a separate situation, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. But, we have systems showing people if you get 2 and they get 2, even at the $14.95, we can show them how to get to $20,000 a month. If they get to $20,000 a month, they probably don't care that much about missing out on a $500 bonus. So it just really depends on what their goals are, how they envision building, the demographics that they want to build with. For sure, I was going to say like good, better, best. Good is just getting started because you can't make anything without getting started. That'd be like the $14.95. Better is buying a month's supply of a product. The reason that's better is now you're in a position to max out the comp plan and never have a limit of what you can make. And then the best would be the 79 or the 89 because now not only do you have the comp plan maxed out, you have more volume going through, so everybody's going to make more money, and then you also have the ability for the easiest bonus in the network marketing industry to get an extra, $500 to $1,000 by doing it once or doing it twice. I mean, so that's kind of a good, better, best scenario. All of them are good. Just getting started is good, but if you want to get started and put yourself in the best situation to make the most money with the smallest group, then you need to get started with the car bonus packs, without question.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dan, for being on the call. That was an amazing call. Appreciate you being on the call.
I have a question for you.
Oh, Tyson's raised. Yep. One more question, Dan. If you don't mind.
I got lots of questions. I'm super excited. I'm full of excitement. I have a little bit of knowledge. That could be dangerous. So I need to know a little bit more. So I'm going to do a training on this. So I want to make sure that I understand the samples 100%. The other option of bringing people in to get the TaxBot. So I need to clarify some things real quick. You said that you get 1 credit for $10, right? But I saw that
that's correct.
For $99 in the back office, there was car bonus pack that also gave them 10 credits. Is that right?
That's correct, yeah. So you can buy 1 credit or you can buy 10. If somebody wants to build on those credits and wants to get the car, that's a great way to get started because now I get out my 10 samples and I use those samples to get my 4 people. So that's the reason that we put that together that way is I I find my 10 best options for the week or for the month, or depending on how long it takes me. I send them the product. They're already in the company. So all 10 of them are already in. Now all I want to do is get them to upgrade. And then, I get them to upgrade, 4 of them. And you might be able to get those 4 to upgrade because the first one you call, you already say, hey, I've already put 9 people underneath you. If you want to, find out how this thing works, go, I recommend upgrading, and then you can have that same system. Say, I recommend getting started if you're really focused on the business, getting started with these 10 sample credits because now all of a sudden you can let the samples build the business just like I did with you. So it's a great way to duplicate and a great way to build.
I love that, but when I was looking at that $99 pack, not only did they give you 10 credits, but it looked like it actually gave you the product too.
No, it's just the 10 credits. No, it's just credits.
So it's basically saying 10 credits, and then underneath that in the package, it says what those packages are that you're able to give out. It's given.
That's correct.
With those 10. Okay, that makes sense. That's really cool. Now you said you said there was another way in other than the samples. We could buy the credits, right? We can load those in at $10 a piece in our back office. So basically, 10 people will be able to get samples for $100, right? But you
That's
also
correct.
have another option with the tax bot. Where is that link found? Is there a tax bot funnel for the $14.95? Is there? Because I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's a website that everybody has. The link should be there. If it's not, I'll get it added. Some of these we haven't rebranded to Lurra Life yet, so it's under O2 Blueprint. O2blueprint.com/whatever your username is what your site is. But O2 Blueprint has the $14.95 options, and it's a full system in and of itself.
Okay. I saw the training videos back there actually done by your brother, Rich Putnam. I know your brother. Your brother actually reached out about a year and a half ago, and he said, hey, my brother would be interested in you working on our corporate site. But I blew him off because I didn't know what it was all about. And I just want to let you know, I went through my Facebook messages and tell Rich, I'm like, dude, I didn't mean to blow you off. I didn't know what there was. So I know your brother, and I've seen the training videos back there, and if you need help, no charge at all, brother, I'm going to help you out. We'll do some training videos for the company to make sure that everything's up to date.
Oh, that's great. You guys are awesome, man.
We want the company to win, man. We're not going to charge you to make sure everyone in the whole company has, good stuff. So.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Question?
Okay, well, thanks again, Dan. I appreciate it. The rest of you can stay on for just a couple more minutes. Would be great, and we'll wrap up the call. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Mike, for being on the call. Appreciate you guys.
I'm gonna jump off, Ken. The last thing I wanted to mention is we do have those 5 videos in Spanish also. So we have them done in English, and we also have them done in Spanish. I'll send you the Spanish links through text message.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
thanks, guys. We'll go ahead and jump off, but just wanted to mention that we do have those in English and Spanish.
Thanks so much.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Okay. Take care, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye.
I'm going to check with somebody. Is it 9 o'clock Mountain Time, this call, or Eastern?
Eastern.
So 7 o'clock.
Eastern.
Okay. Okay, so that's coming up about 45 minutes.
Hey, Ken, you did a good job, man, hooking this team up with this Rhino build with Dan Putnam. I love this guy.
Isn't that great?
TPN team. You guys are on the right team.
Ride the Rhino. Here we go. Hey, guys.
I got a question.
We're just getting started, guys. We've got some serious money. We're going to put in lead generation, lots of systems that we built to drive this thing that you guys haven't even heard about. But with the Prosperity Network, working with Tyson, Curtis, guys, and Ed, that he's knocked it out of the park with in the past. It's a privilege to work with Ed and your other leaders, Tyson. So it's going to be a fun ride. Hey, guys, let's do this because I'd like to have this recording, as tight as we can. Let's go ahead and, pardon me for doing it this way, but this will be the best way to get this recording out to you as much as possible. And I hate the perception that every one of our calls are forever long. So we're just about an hour. I think this call is perfect. We're going to go ahead and end the recording and the call. And if you'd like to get into some Q&A, just log right back into the call. And that way, guys, we have a clean break. So, Rod, if you could save your question for the Q&A, we'll go ahead and stop there. By the way, one of the reasons we do this, guys, is we don't have a web platform yet that we can stop the call and or, hit stop the record button and continue. And it just keeps adding to it, so it's hard to do 2 parts without having to download the video, splice it up, and so forth. If we end the call this way, we'll be able to get a replay of this call out to you guys overnight, just about instantly, and you can use this call to close out the month. So let's do this, guys. We're going to go ahead and stop the recording, end the call, and we're going to come back into the same platform, everything, same pin and everything. We'll come back into the same platform, and we'll be happy to take some time and answer any additional questions. So thank you guys for being on the webinar here, and want to make sure we're on the right page, which we are. So thanks, guys, and we'll talk to you in about 3 minutes. Thanks a lot.